The views expressed in the interviews and commentary are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of PPS Holdings Trust, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or employees.
Hey!
Oh, we made it. We're still here.
Yeah.
Happy 2026, everybody. It's good to see everyone back after a break. We did have a bit of a 2-month break.
Yeah.
But it's good to see everyone. So today we're going to talk about New Year, New Me in January, right? So New Year, that rhymes. New Year, New Me in January.
Yes, look at you.
I'm a rapper. So, what are those things like? Let's say now we're starting a new year, right? And everybody wants to start a new year fresh. I think let's start the conversation with what are the physical things that you did in 2025 that you felt are changes that you now have to change and that are restructuring the way you think about your physicalness and your physical fitness.
Gotcha.
Let's start with E.
Yeah. So on my side, it was quite the year, hey? But before I get into that, I first want to leave you guys with this statement. When you look good, you feel good.
Yeah.
That's basically how I've experienced it, the whole physical aspect of my life. But with that being said also, there was a lot of changes. Got to Joburg in May. But before that, I was pretty much on the physical path of narrow. Running regularly, gymming regularly, but as we know, life throws its unexpected hurdles at you.
Yeah, of
So
course.
with that being said, my physical side took a little bit of a break. So that's essentially one thing that I want to get back to. Making sure that I correct what I'd done previously, and that was not necessarily having the discipline to essentially push through.
Yeah.
Because there's a fine line, or there's a clear difference between motivation and discipline. We should be drivers from a discipline point of view and not from a motivational point of view. Because that's how we're going to get to what we need to get to every single time.
I think though, I 100% agree with you, but I think the motivation kind of helps you get to that place of discipline.
Yeah.
And there's something about the new year that almost feels like a clean page that doesn't feel like you've got the baggage that you were carrying the entire year. You know, it almost
100%.
feels like somewhere, because there's a break between, December and January where we all just pause or we all relax and switch off and not forget about work for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it gives you a time to reflect and pause. And I think after that pause, it almost feels like you can give yourself almost like a new page to say, okay, I went to the gym twice last year, even though I paid for 12 months. What can I do better this year? So I think I 100% agree with you that physical health requires discipline, but you can't get to the discipline without the motivation. So
Yes.
it could be that, like Nyeleti was saying, that new gym gear that gets you up going, or the fact that it's the new year. So yeah, for me this year, sure, I come from 2 back-to-back pregnancies. So I feel like I kind of lost me, and my body in that journey. So my big thing this year is I'm reclaiming what was mine. I've had to mourn the old me and let go of that, and I've made peace to say, I'll never look like I did before children. And I don't think I want to, I want to look like I'm someone's mother, but on my terms. I want to be curved where I want to be curved and toned where I want to be toned. So that's my goal this year, is just to get back to me. And that obviously starts with my health, because when you have small children, you realize how much running you have to do. You can't run when you are not fit.
100%.
And those little people have speed and energy for days.
100%.
So part of me wanting to look good or invest more into my health is so that I can keep up, because you need to keep up with 2 toddlers. So yeah, I just want to look after myself, start to eat better, and just move more, because office work equals to desk time for 8 hours at a time, on some days, sometimes longer. So I just want to get my body moving again, and I just want to feel good before we can get to the toned and the abs and all of that. I want to first feel like I'm in a good place with my body.
You know that guilt, like every new year we make these things, we have these thoughts about this is what I want to do this year.
Yes.
And you feel so guilty when you realize I actually don't have enough energy or time to go to the gym the way I want to.
Yeah.
And I speak for myself. I get so overwhelmed when I walk into the gym because I don't know where to start. Like, I don't know. I hate classes because I feel like I'm always the slowest one. I hate equipment because I don't know. Should I
And it
run
feels like
or-
everybody else in the gym knows what to do.
Exactly.
And everybody else looks good. It's like everybody in the world has figured it out except you. No, I hear you.
I want to ask Keenan and Yeletine, have you ever felt like what I'm saying? That it's just overwhelming. You don't have enough time. You don't have enough energy. You don't know where to start. And how do you guys maneuver that? And how do we overcome that?
Okay, so do me disclaimer. I am a super fitness bunny. Okay,
Not
So-
fitness. Super.
Hello.
I crave the gym. I crave that bit of exercise. I actually feel my worst when I don't. You know, I actually have the anxiety when I don't. Instead of versus getting the anxiety when I see somebody fitter than me in the gym, I'm like, oh yes, it's me and you, girl. We are going. You know, I'm ready to challenge. I'm like, I'm getting those legs. You know what I mean? So for me, what I've learned as well is not to put too much pressure on myself as well, because I think that's where a lot of people get it wrong. You skip a day in the week and you just feel like, yo, I'm a mess. I shouldn't even go back. Why am I? Then that's when all of that anxiety builds up. So because I'm also a bit of a support friend, you know, for my circle, for my group, I'm the one, because they'll always run to me, be like, Neleti, I didn't make it to the gym. What am I going to do? I'm so unfit. You know, so I'm the therapist. I'm the gym therapist for the group. But one thing I always say, yes, the consistency, yes, the discipline, yes, the motivation. But the most important thing is you can't give up. Like if you stop, it's tomorrow's, we start again then.
Yeah.
We're starting back at 1 again tomorrow. So I think for me, that's what's helped me with anxiety. I don't feel that much anxiety anymore. Because even if I had a bad week or a bad 2 months, but best believe 1st of Jan, I am there, girl. New gym suits.
Oh,
Ngiphakathi.
yes. I
And
love
it works. It really works for me.
Yeah.
Because that's also, I feel like that dip of motivation. That's why it won't carry you. If you don't have that, you get back up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's me, Keenan.
No, I think that's like what you were saying now. You know, I'm that person that's like, hey, you go into the gym and then everybody knows what they're doing. And you're like, why am I here, guys?
I'm part of those everybody's.
But then I think the other thing is that because it's a new year, you look at it like, you know, new year, new me. I think Ernest mentioned it earlier, and Mabato, like a new canvas, guys. Like every day you choose yourself and choose what you want to achieve out of it. And again, it goes like that healthy as well. So every time I get that feeling of like, hey, why am I here? I decide, okay, we know the gym is the busiest between 5:30 to 4:30 in the afternoon. So I do the morning sessions and I feel like I'm not so overwhelmed because then the equipment is available and then some. But then if I miss it, I just start to try and say, how can I adjust my other routine to put this in here? So something else like with work and things, I actually blocked out the time to go to gym because again, it comes to that discipline.
Yeah.
Because if you don't choose to do that, it's again that thing of, it's 1 week, 2 weeks, and then it's like, hey, this whole 6 months have gone by. Am I really going to go back there? But, and I think I made, the decision I made last year was to like, listen, I need to be fit. I want to look good, I want to feel good, choosing myself.
Yeah.
And that's where I like block out that white noise. But that feeling of anxiety comes to you when you're like, guys, I'm lifting a 10 kg there, someone is doing drop of those
things.
Yeah.
You see
Those
what I mean?
exercises,
Or people
yeah.
are busy running, like the ones in gym, there was this granny like doing a flip, a run like so fast and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, listen, I gotta keep up with this lady now. So yeah.
Get into a competition.
Yeah. No, it feels like it. The gym is packed. Everybody looks fit. Everybody looks like they've just run a 10K the other day and you're huffing and puffing 5 minutes into your run,
100%.
sweating. I can relate.
No, I hear you guys talking about the gym and everything, but me, I'm mostly an outdoor person. And I appreciate the fact that, you know, you guys are also mentioning these things, the hacks that you guys are experiencing in the indoor. We go through the same thing. And I think the one thing that we must advise against is just, you know, straining yourself. We're starting the year. And when you're starting the year, you don't want to get to a point where you need to start with the end in mind.
Yeah.
You know? So last year, what I did was I was training myself a lot, though I was in the outdoor space. And you remember, it's recreational, this thing. You need to be breathing, so you don't have to strain yourself for that reason. So it's something that you're coming from work. You can't be doing something that is strenuous or maybe that is hard as well. So be hard. Don't be hard on yourself. Be easy and be easygoing. And remember that there is still a long drive, or rather game to play, because you're still starting the year.
100%.
Just to add on that point, right? One thing that I see is consistent amongst everybody is we all trying to stay fit, but it's in our own ways.
Yeah.
So we need to be honest with ourselves also. Like, I'm not gonna be the next bodybuilder or the next. I'm not gonna wake up at 3:30 in the morning with meal prep and things like that.
Yeah.
So let's plan ahead, but let's make it personal to us. Let's make it in a time frame that suits our day. Like you said, if the gym is busy late on, let's move it earlier.
Yeah.
If I can't get to something, let's make it personal to me so that I can ensure that I get to it on a daily basis. Because when it comes to physical fitness, it isn't perfection all the time. It's just consistency, work in progress. That's what you're working towards. And once you get to that point, then our summer bodies will be ready. December 2026.
And also on my side, like, I like what you guys are saying. You know, it's running your own race. And I think in today's day and age, like, it's always like you see everybody's fit and like, oh, I'm doing a 5K, I'm doing a 10K.
Yeah.
And you feel guilty because you're like, I'm just relaxing, guys, because it's been a rough week.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like what you said now. I understand, Wesley. Like, run your own race, do your own thing, because at the end of the day, it's your your fitness journey, not the other person. Because I'm not going to be the bodybuilder. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to be just fit and healthy, like look after myself. Maybe Nats wants to be a bodybuilder, you know? It's
So
a different
I
thing.
heard this thing once there, a while ago, where someone said, if you don't have a plan for the stuff that you want to do, God or the world or other people will enforce their plan on you.
Yeah.
So as it relates to fitness and keeping fit, and when we always sitting by our desks, because we're professionals, we're always sitting with our desk, meeting clients, either we have a laptop on our lap or we have it on our bed, or sometimes we don't even have those boundaries where our kids feel guilty for coming to us or our partners feel guilty for engaging with us, because it's always like our first priority is work. How do you prioritize fitness? Like, honestly speaking, today, where do you prioritize? Like, is it top priority? Is it medium priority? Is it low priority? Your physical fitness?
Sure, I'll go first. I'm currently at low priority. I think there was just 2025 was just a lot. There was just too much to do, too much to, and just not enough of me to split my attention across everything that I needed it to be on. But it's also the realization that it doesn't have to be the 10K.
Yeah.
That's helping me push shift the priority from low to maybe medium.
Yeah.
In that, there's someone I follow on social media and she just walks. She just gets up, puts shoes on and goes outside and walks.
That's a win.
And when she posted her results, it was like somebody who runs marathons. No, she doesn't run. She just gets up and she walks. And for me, that kind of reframed fitness in my mind, because I thought I must get to the gym and be able to run a 20 kilometer in 20 minutes and then lift 50 kg and then do 50 reps and then I'm fit, you know?
Yeah.
And if as I was saying it sounded so unachievable.
Yes.
And you go to gym for the first 2 weeks and you push yourself, but it's hard. And because you don't also see the results immediately, you feel like I'm just wasting my time. And then you give up, you know? So it had to start in my mind to reframe it to say, okay, what's my goal? Okay, I'm not trying to be a size 22, you know? I'm comfortable with where I am. I want to be fitter. And how do I get there? Walking for me seems like something that is very attainable, something that I can spare half an hour and do, something I can take my kids with me while I do. So as soon as I could fit it and see it in my life, I was like, okay, this is actually not bad. So I need to go cancel my gym membership. That's the first thing I need to do, because I'm fortunate enough in that at work there is a gym if I need to. And a lot of companies now offer like some fitness center or, you know, incentive like that. But it was, again, back to what Ernest was saying, it was, how do I take this thing that is like an elephant in the room and see if it fits into my life? Yeah, so I'm going to start walking and just see how it goes. I've committed to doing half an hour. 3 times a week. If I can get up and walk for half an hour 3 times a week, then I've ticked it off. If I don't do half an hour this week, or I don't get to it today, then I can try again tomorrow, or I can try again next week. So it's just that attitude of saying, we're not trying to get to the marathon just yet. We're just trying to move and keep healthy.
100%. That's my favorite thing. Sorry, Ernest. I just wanted to say I want to jump in on her because you're literally touching on something I used to tell myself almost every day last year. I'd wake up in the morning and I'd say, Nyeleti, you need to do the least consistently instead of the most once.
Sure.
If you can just get, it doesn't matter, that little walk, that 10-minute sprinting or jumping jacks. If I can just get the least right consistently, then I'm good. The most once is not a good place to be. And sometimes that's why you would say to yourself, I'm just, it's low. I'm low right now. You're probably mid or high, but because in your mind, you need to do the most all the time. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
One thing I also that's what I'm going to bring in as well into 2026, and that's what carries me. Do the least consistently, not the most once.
Sure.
And you'll be good.
I'm going to write that and put that somewhere.
Yeah.
That should be your mantra for the rest of the year. Yeah. You wanted to go?
Yes. So on that, right? On that point that you also made about the people that's doing your 20Ks and that's just set the highest standards for themselves. Great for them, right? But for me, also getting back into it, I realized on my side, when I start setting myself that sort of standards, etc., knowing that most likely I'm going to fall short of it, it kind of demotivates me, to be honest, to get back in there again. Like, because now I missed out 2-3 days of gym. What's the point? What's the point now? So narrow it down to what you can achieve on a consistent basis. Then everything will align. But also coming back to the prompt also in regards to planning ahead, etc. Right? You need to plan. You really need to plan to know where you're going. But before you know where you're going, you need to know where you came from.
Sure.
So you need to actually sit down and basically reflect. See what 2025 offered you, what you offered 2025, and see how you can better from that. From that plan, essentially, you can mark down objectives, way to measure yourself as well along the way. Because if there's no like short-term objectives for that long-term goal, it's going to feel like you're chasing something that's unobtainable.
Yeah, chasing aim, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. So those measurables, you need to set that in place to know where you're going, and basically just keep yourself accountable.
And I like that.
Yeah.
Because you're sorry to interject.
Yeah.
But it boils down to analyzing. When we talk about plans every time, we need to analyze. You need to analyze as an individual. Talking about different things. I think I can imagine Mabatu and Nyeleti, they would think that they are in different levels of their fitness, because this one is a super fitness bunny. This one is a
super non-fitness bunny. It's okay.
But once you start from that, you analyze your level of your fitness levels, and then you take it from there. And there's nothing wrong with starting from one, because one of the questions that you ask is that you go into a gym and then you see all these machines and all sorts of things, and you ask yourself, where should I start? Remember, everything starts at one. Even the numbers, even the matrix system starts at one. So start there. Even if you can go into a gym, tell yourself that I'm going to do 1 rep of each of these machines. So that's a plan. The point that I'm trying to make is that have a plan, analyze yourself where you are. But if you're a beginner and you are advanced a bit, maybe you can start your reps with 10. You can with 10 reps. Depends on that one. You can start with 5. You can start with 1. So Mabatu, I would imagine she would start with 2.
Can I throw a spanner in the works?
Yes.
It's something also I read on social media. It said, this person was writing that I've committed to doing 30 minutes a day. If I don't get to the 30 minutes today, then tomorrow I'll do an hour. It means you're doing today and catching up on yesterday. And then it says, tomorrow I'm running for 3 weeks. How do you it's important to have grace, and to be patient with yourself. But how do you avoid getting there where you were supposed to do 30 minutes yesterday and then you didn't, and then you said, okay, tomorrow I'll do an hour, and then the next thing you know, you must do 3 weeks of running in one day. How do you
master the 30? So my thing is master the 30. If you miss today and you miss tomorrow, go back to the 30. master it. Don't try and
Thank you.
overcompensate.
Thank
Because
you.
that's when we are starting to overcompensate.
Ah.
Because you are now saying 3 weeks, 5 weeks.
And that's injury as well.
It's injury. It's
You'll
strain
injure
that we're
yourself
talking about.
because now, like you're saying, you're trying to compound everything into one session.
Yes.
You're trying to say, no, everything I missed, all that inactivity, I'm saving it for this Saturday and I'm going to run, I'm going to hike, yoga.
You see,
Your body
what
can't
you guys
handle
are
that.
doing, like what you're doing is you're looking at the end goal and not the journey. And I think we always forget that.
Yeah.
With anything in life, guys, we always like, yeah, no, I'm gonna be this fitness person. I'm gonna be the greatest, most athletic. But enjoy the journey. So I think what something Ernest prompted here was, like, a failure to plan is planning to fail.
Yeah.
And again, coming down to the thing that you want to get to the end goal. That's why it becomes a 3-week journey. But like every day, wake up in the morning and choose, am I going to gym today? Okay, life is a bit hectic, but then tomorrow, am I going to be able to go and do it? And you do the 30 minutes.
Okay,
And
then
then
you must
again, you can do it.
diarize.
But that also, I mean, again,
It can't be
planning.
feelings every morning.
Yeah.
How do I feel?
It's a journey, guys.
The watch must or the clock must say gym time in caps.
Gym now.
Time. Yes.
The fitness boss is telling us. I will remember that. Super
Please
fitness boss.
diarize it.
On that, right? That's, I think, where a partner like Neliti, a gym partner, will be
Drive
miracles, to
crazy.
be honest.
true.
Because at the end of the day, you guys can hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
So on that day where I feel low, I have somebody, Ernie, come, let's go gym, let's pump up the chest session or whatever. I'm going to
100%.
make sure I get there.
100%.
So get yourself that gym partner you can rely on. That can actually hound you. Like, that way you actually don't have a list for this person, but this person is messaging you
That's
the
actually a
whole
plan.
time and actually
Yeah.
going to come get you if you're not going to get up. So get you that gym buddy.
So I think
Will
that's
work
going to be all
miracles.
our jump
I think so as well.
Yeah. We're starting a
Guys,
gym.
why is Nileti
You want a
looking
gym
at
buddy?
me?
I'm here for. I want to be your gym buddy.
Okay, yes.
Let's go. Okay, cool.
Yes, go. All right, did we cover everything?
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
Did we?
I think we did.
We
Yeah.
covered
We covered
everything.
everything.
Awesome.
Just
Thank you
about
so much. You guys are awesome.
brilliant.